All dressed up for its first Christmas and buzzing with keen shoppers, it has been almost a year since the opening of Trinity Leeds, this multi-million-pound shopping centre, and it promises to be a very successful first year.
We're really happy with our progress to date. We're projecting approximately 23 million customers will come through our doors in the first year.
The success of Trinity Leeds has come at the expense of smaller businesses in other shopping centres.
It has had about an 8 or 9% effect on footfall, negative effect. Obviously, with it being a new centre, the novelty's there in the first year for people to go. It's had its first Easter. It's having its first Christmas. So it has had a bit of an effect in terms of footfall.
Anthony's restaurant in the Corn Exchange closed in June, emphasising the impact that Trinity Leeds has had. Nick Julian also owns a restaurant in the Corn Exchange.
In their creditors report, which is a report you have to have when you go bankrupt, insolvent, Trinity was stated as one of the main factors, and the restaurants in there. We get the city centre footfall for the whole of the city, and we were led to believe that Trinity coming would raise Leeds city centre footfall by at least 12%. In reality, at the moment, it's raised it by 1%.
So, the older shopping centres have all felt the effects of Trinity Leeds, but only because of its huge success so far in its opening year. The question remains whether the older centres will be able to stay in business in the future. Grant Mulligan, ICS News.
Comes it, balls to Taylor's down the track. There it is! Yorkshire are the county champions as Rich Barber takes the game.
It's taken all of 13 years, but last September, Yorkshire won the prestigious county championship, domestic cricket's most sought-after prize. Joe Root was just 10 years old last time Yorkshire won it back in 2001. But since then, he's made his way up through Yorkshire's academy to become a key member of their first team, and he's also had plenty of success representing England at first-class level.
To score his maiden Test century ahead of him.
As England warmed up at their training ground in Loughborough in preparation for their winter trip to Sri Lanka, Joe Root described how much winning the championship title meant for him.
I think it was a massive thing personally, but
from that county championship winning side, 16 of the 21st team players came through Yorkshire's academy. And academy coach Ian Dews was quick to point out how important this was.
It's massive for not just the team but the club and everything going forward in cricket in Yorkshire. We're a test playing ground that's got indoor facilities, outdoor facilities. We have all the facilities there that's needed to help produce players, but it's an investment in the club, because those could be being let out and made money.
England coach Peter Moores has sounded a note of caution as he fears that academy coaching could cancel out individuality in the sport.
If it becomes too prescriptive, it's like a curriculum, then you produce clones. And I always say you produce institutionalised people and institutionalised players that you sort of know where they've come from. And everybody in top flight sport is trying to find a point of difference. Your point of difference is in your peer group, in your group of people, have you got something that makes you unique, that gives you something that would make a coach say, I'm picking him?
Hopefully we can get onto a bit of a roll where we're churning him out year after year, and the players that are coming through have got those skills to do it.
And if they do manage to keep doing so, there could be many more of these to come.
Here's Grant with all the latest sport.
Thanks, Laura. The dream of a Wembley return for Bradford City is still alive as they look ahead to a Monday night replay against Championship side Reading. Our sports reporter Sharif Alam has been to Valley Parade to get a taste of the FA Cup fever. Good luck to the Bantams on Monday night. Now on to the rest of the weekend's football, and it was mixed fortunes for our West Yorkshire teams. Huddersfield went down 2-0 to goals either side of half-time from Rotherham's Carrie Arneson and Connor Salmon. That was the Terriers' third successive defeat in the league, worrying form going into the final 10 games. But they're still 11 points clear of relegation in 17th place, thanks to help from Leeds United, who beat low-lying Wigan. Alex Mowatt's great finish was the only goal in that game. Yorkshire pace bowler Jack Brooks has signed a new contract with the club that takes him to 2017. The 30-year-old was Yorkshire's leading wicket-taker with 68 in their county championship winning season last year. And finally, the Yorkshire Jets made it 4 wins in a row in Netball Super League. They were too strong for their hosts Loughborough Lightning as they won 65-56. The Jets remained third in the table. And that's all for this week's sports. We'll be reporting on Bradford's big game on our programme next Thursday. Back to you, Laura.